Hello Free State and welcome to Tlasala TV. Now today on Tlasala TV we wrap up the final leg of the budget speeches for the year 2019-2020. We wrap them up of course with the speeches from the Office of the Premier, the Office of the Treasury, and then finally of course the legislature itself. So let's go inside and see exactly how they plan to Tlasala the year ahead. Join them as they Tlasala.
Comrades and friends, 25 years later since our democracy, great progress has been made in the directions that defines the soul of our struggle for freedom. Racial to job preservation and wage of discrimination are no more there. All people enjoy equal access to hospital, clinics, and other public facilities. Honorable Speaker, as I mentioned in the State of the Province address, the following priorities will shape the work of the provincial government for the coming 5 years, and I repeat for emphasis, and there they are: economic transformation, education, consolidating the social wage, spatial integration, social cohesion, a capable, ethical and developmental state, a better Africa and world. Based on these priorities that shape the medium-term strategic framework imperatives, the Office of the Premier is responsible for the carrying out the plan of action for all the departments. All will entail the planning, coordination and monitoring of government programs and projects. Not only does the Office of the Premier cover the values of the Constitution, it is also the center of management of government operations. Administratively, I will be assisted by the strategic management team led by the Director General in coordinating the activities of the provincial government. In overseeing the performance of the provincial government department, my office will drive integrated planning, coordination, implementation and monitoring of government programs and projects. Security Management Unit will include physical security, fraud prevention and anti-corruption measures. Dream of #building the Free State we want will never be realized if we cannot eliminate corruption. My office will take the lead in this fight. We will ensure that we conclude the vetting process of the senior managers and officials that are involved in supply chain management immediately. Conflicts of interest undermines the credibility of government and enables corruption to flourish. To eliminate this risk, the Office of the Premier will work with all the departments and the Public Service Commission to ensure that all those required to submit their declaration of interest do so and in time. We will maintain the highest standard of ethical conduct and integrity. As a result, sound financial management will guide the work of our financial management, risk management, and internal audit components. Program 1 has been allocated 71,828,000 rand to fulfill its role. That is Program 1. 4,870,000 rands is for COEs and goods and services. Goods and services has been allocated 16,080,000 rand. We will, in this financial year, absorb all contractors, workers who have been part of the structure of the Office of the Premier for considerable period. We opened the doors of work experience and learning. We opened the doors of work experience and learning through the provision of learnership, internships and job opportunities to many graduates. Of 3,137 youth we committed to prepare for life in the workplace, 2,290 have already been placed in various private and public workplaces. One out of 2,290 250 young people we said we will place in graduate internship programs. 812 have so far been placed. A further 969 young learners are participating in various learnership and short skills programs. As the fourth industrial revolution approaches, we will need new technologies and enhance public sector effectiveness and efficiency. Our Information and Communication Technology unit will prepare us for this coming change. We will co-host the Fourth Industrial Revolution Summit with universities and businesses to explore benefits of this phase of development. Most importantly, we will create a shared service center on ICT located in the office of the Premier to position government for the fourth industrial revolution. For this, all these programs is allocated 372,895,000 rand. Long-term planning to #build the Free State we want will be prioritized, like I said before. In line with this, the Free State Growth and Development Strategy will be reviewed. To encourage mutual action, we'll assist municipalities to align their integrated development plan with the National Development Plan. Free State Growth and Development Strategy and the medium-term strategy framework priorities, the credibility of municipality plans will be improved. We will work with the Office of the Premier of Gauteng, Northwest Mpumalanga, and the Department of Rural Development and Land Reform to develop the regional special development framework for the Vaal River Dam area. Knowing that the future growth and development of our province belongs to the youth, we will establish a dedicated youth directorate. Besides the special program, we will also make sure that we establish a dedicated youth directorate in the office of the Premier. The directorate will advance the interest of young people and monitor the implementation of youth programs by provincial department. A total amount of 55,936,000 rand has been made available for programs. Emphasis will be on the improvement of service delivery by municipalities. Intentions in this regard will include compliance with the implementation of the local government management important models. I've made available 125,023,000 rand for program NIA program 4. Therefore, table the Office of the Premier's budget for 2019-20 financial year as summarized in Annexure A for members for consideration.
With the conclusion of the Premier's budget speech and the monitoring and evaluation part of our day well and dusted, we move on to the speech from the Treasury.
Invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a privilege to present this budget vote during the 25th year of our democracy and on the eve of commemorating the birth of one of the greatest South Africans of all time, former President Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, during this month, #Mandela Month. Honourable Speaker, as Provincial Treasury, it is our task to help build a capable, ethical and developmental state. And it is in our mission to instill prudent financial management and good governance. We do this within the context of the wider economic environment and the constrained fiscal position of the province. Honourable Speaker, in framing this budget speech, we have been guided by the following principles: protection and growth of the Free State economy, job creation through new industries and government expenditure, utilization of the provincial budget to address the challenges facing the province, governance, oversight, measurement, monitoring and evaluation. Employment declined significantly by 238,000 or 1.4% in the first quarter of 2019, with the shedding of jobs across all sectors in South Africa. To put this into context, Honourable Speaker, the formal sector shed about 126,000 jobs. The information sector, 68,000 jobs, 31,000 jobs in private households, and 12,000 jobs in agricultural sectors. Honourable Speaker, in addition to our domestic economy, we will also gain from encouraging institutional efforts, such as the 300 billion pledge by large corporations made during the President's Investment Summit in 2018. Intensive infrastructure investment of about 526 billion earmarked by the national government and the contribution of 100 billion to a blended finance infrastructure fund over the next decade in the form of spending, reprioritization and guarantees. In the last quarter of 2018, the highest growth rates were recorded in agriculture, transport and manufacturing, equivalent to 17.6%, 8% and 4.4% respectively. Nonetheless, the performance of the mining and construction sectors are expected to drop markedly by 9.3% and 5.9% respectively in 2019. Honourable Speaker, on the labour dynamics of the province, akin to the official unemployment rate for the country, the Free State had the highest unemployment rate of 34.9%. Sustainable resource management, Honourable Premier. Honourable Speaker, our Sustainable Resource Management Programme, whose role is to provide professional advice and support on provincial economic analysis, fiscal policy and the management of annual budget processes, as well as the implementation of the provincial budget, has been allocated 49.826 million. In our endeavour to ensure that we mainstream evidence-based policy making and foster a culture of research in the public service, we will continue with National Treasury outlined in the National Development Plan to host the annual research colloquium. This will take place on the 18th and 19th of September 2019, and we will ensure that we work with additional partners to robustly engagement on enhancing the financial policy decisions for our beloved Free State. #building the Free State we want. The implementation of cost containment measures of all departments and public entities remain a key strategy in unlocking funds from non-core items that have no material impact on service delivery. With that said, we have utilized a service delivery reduction program, and we've been able to reduce 29 million, and those funds were able to be unlocked towards key service delivery items within the province. Honourable Speaker, I'm pleased to announce that to this August House that the National Treasury has embarked on a provincial Vule Kamali outreach program. Vule Kamali is a user-friendly online budget information sharing website aiming to further entrench government's commitment to transparency and budget participation reforms. This is extended to civic society, provincial departments, learners in grades 11 and 12, and the Free State event will take place in Bloemfontein on the 25th and the 27th of July 2019. Looking at the pre-audited figures of the 2018-19 financial year, we were able to achieve a 99.9% revenue collection rate by generating a total sum of 1.158 billion against the projected estimate of 1.159 billion. On asset and liability management, Honourable Speaker, which is responsible for promoting effective management of provincial assets and liabilities, procuring transversal and cross-cutting goods and services, and managing and maintaining the transversal financial systems in the province. The program is allocated 87.520 million. Free State provincial government spent 5.9 billion in 2018-19 and 908 million in the first quarter of 1920 on goods and services. However, only 47% was spent on local Free State suppliers, and 46% with suppliers based outside of the province. But Honourable Speaker, to grow our provincial economy, we need to consciously ensure that our procurement spend is biased towards Free States.
Yes.
And thank you, Honourable Premier. In support of previously disadvantaged sectors, it is critical, and this year we are going to do it, Honourable Speakers and members. We will create a platform to empower SMMEs in this province by working with Destia to find a practical policy position and legal framework within supply chain prescripts. Irregular expenditure, first phase of the project, resulted in the finalization of 6,257 investigations to the value of 2.8 billion. Of these, 1,217 cases to the value of 479.4 million did not meet the standards or definition of irregular expenditure, and this could thus be removed from the irregular expenditure register. It is imperative that we know that this unit promotes and improves the states of financial governance and management at local level together with COCTA and SALGA in our province. It is allocated 83.391 million. Pleased to announce, Honourable Speaker, that 50 supply chain management practitioners from Free State municipalities have been nominated for an 18-month formal training program. Lastly, on administration, Honourable Speaker, its core mandate is to provide leadership and its support function in this department. It's allocated 116,205,000. Honourable Speaker, Provincial Treasury, as the custodian of the public financial management in the province, will continue to engage and coordinate relevant stakeholders, encourage political and administrative commitment to governance and clean administration, and to support and enable employees in the public sector to discharge their duties in a manner that forms the cornerstone of governance excellence. We execute our monitoring and oversight mandate in pursuit of the provincial government's transformation and economic development agenda. The department has been allocated 367,624,000 for the 1920 financial year. In conclusion, Honourable Speaker, we remain committed to ensure that financial resources of the province are used to effectively and efficiently serve our people and change their lives for the better. I also wish to thank the Head of Department, CEO Godfrey Mahlatsi, as he leads with the senior management of Treasury, my office, and all officials for their commitment to ensure that Provincial Treasury executes its legislative mandate.